I wanted to write a love song, but I also wanted it to be a little naughty.
Cassadee Pope is revealing what inspired her racy new single, Almost There. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Makon Jovu, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. 10 minutes are on the clock, so let's get to it with the first 5. Starting with the potential new couple alert.
Yeah, can I help you?
Tom Brady was on chauffeur duty for his summer fling with model Irina Shayk. They were spotted flirting in his black Rolls Royce after spending the night together in LA, with Tom seen caressing Irina's face. A source tells People their spark has been brewing for a few weeks, 9 months since his divorce from Gisele Bündchen, and after rumors of romance with Reese Witherspoon and Kim Kardashian. And while Rosalía is parting ways with her former fiancé, Rauw Alejandro. Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade are going strong. They were first linked back in late 2021, and now a source tells People that the on-again, off-again couple are not only officially back together, they're also getting serious. Some of our favorite stars are stepping out and making a splash this week. Jeremy Allen White is bringing the heat to the streets.
Yes, chef.
The Bear star was spotted exercising shirtless in LA, and when this picture hit the internet, it got the viral response it deserved. Blake Lively is fixing up her 2022 Met Gala dress, hopping over the ropes at a Kensington Palace exhibit to quickly adjust her famous Atelier Versace gown.
Woo! I'm a huge fan.
Timothée Chalamet and Adam Sandler teamed up for a shoot this week, shooting some hoops, that is.
Next basket wins. Let's go.
The pair worked up a sweat in an outdoor b-ball game in New York City, while Britney Spears met Lance Bass's 20-month-old twins. It looks like Brit is very excited to be a new auntie, and Jamie Foxx is speaking publicly for the first time about his recent health crisis, giving a shout out to his youngest sister, Deidre Dixon, and his daughter, Corinne, for maintaining his privacy through the ordeal.
They kept it airtight, they didn't let nothing out, they protected me.
And we're following another health scare, this time in the sports world.
LeBron James' son Bronny was taken to the hospital this week after suffering cardiac arrest during a workout.
The 18-year-old was at basketball practice at the University of Southern California when the incident occurred.
A rep for the James family tells People that Bronny is now in stable condition and no longer in the ICU.
According to a report from TMZ, the teen's condition was considered a Code 3 emergency, indicating the ambulance's lights and sirens would have been turned on to transport him.
LeBron and his wife Savannah have since thanked the USC medical and athletic staff in a statement, while Bronny's younger brother Bryce supported him on Instagram as he begins his recovery.
Bronny graduated from high school in May after announcing his plans to attend USC and play basketball for the school earlier that month.
LeBron called that occasion one of the best days of his life.
This week's People cover star Dennis Quaid is feeling grateful for where he's at in his life.
That's really what we're looking for. That's the relationship with God that we all have. It's at the bottom of it is the joy of being alive.
After overcoming a cocaine addiction and going through a divorce, Dennis says he's finally found his soulmate.
Laura's the love of my life. We have a bond with one another that I never had with anybody else before. Yeah, God is in the relationship, for one thing.
These days, he's channeling his faith into music, including a brand new gospel album.
I was really struck by the red words of Jesus. For me, I started developing a personal relationship. And, the songs started to come out.
What a friend we have in Jesus.
There's self-reflective, self-examining yourself, and also, just where you are spiritually in life.
And Lakeith Stanfield is revealing to People how he and his wife Casimir are loving life as mom and dad.
There's like life before being a parent, and then there's life being a parent, and it completely changes. You get to see the world again for the first time through the eyes of your child.
Their new bundle of joy has them seeing themselves differently too.
You just learn so much about yourself, things you could be doing to better yourself because you know you have someone watching.
You just have to bring your A game, like Lakeith said, and you have to be the best version of yourself for your little baby.
The pair have chosen to keep baby's name and gender private, but one thing's for sure, they're growing up in a house full of love.
Our first conversation, I was like, why am I so comfortable around this person like I know them?
As love does, it kind of just like smacked us out of nowhere. We didn't even realize what was going on. I mean, I didn't realize what was going on.
It just might be a bit too early to introduce baby to Dad's latest film, Disney's Haunted Mansion.
If we don't solve this mystery, we're stuck here for eternity.
And the music industry is mourning Irish singer Sinead O'Connor, whose death was confirmed this week at the age of 56. Now, let's switch gears and move on to some screen time. I'm so excited today to be joined by Cassadee, whose new single, Almost There, is out now. I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you'll give me 1 answer. Question number 2, you'll give me 2 answers, and so on and so forth. Let's do this. I've been jamming out to your new song, Almost There. Give me one of many things that inspired it.
Almost There was written because I am in a very loving, very respectful relationship. We've been together for about 5.5 years, and I wanted to write a love song, but I also wanted it to be a little naughty and a little edgy. So I came up with this idea to kind of give a love song a dark edge, and I'm really proud of being able to strike that balance.
Who were you the most nervous to play it for?
Probably my mom. It's a little bit risque, so I was very, very excited that my mom was like, okay, yeah, that's a lot, but I love the song and I think people are gonna love it too.
Now, fans know that you have a pop punk princess side and you also have a country girly side, so I'd love to know, what are 2 contrasting qualities or interests that you have in your life?
I've grown up going to a rural town in Pennsylvania called Vandergrift. So I grew up with that sense of Southern living, with like someone making moonshine down the road and going down to the crick, as they call it, not creek, dirt track races every weekend. And then I have the kind of city life, which I feel like can be a bit more on the pop punk side of things, going to pop punk shows in West Palm Beach, Florida growing up, experiencing that environment made me who I am today.
Now, back in May, you joined other alums of The Voice to surprise Blake Shelton for his final episode. You were, of course, on Team Blake when you won your season in 2012. How did it feel to be back on stage?
It was surreal. I just was completely transported back to when I was on the show. It was so cool to be back with a new perspective. I was equally as nervous for, I don't know why, because I wasn't competing, but I also was just excited to see Blake and to just give him a great send-off and hope that he appreciated us, you know, being there to pay homage to everything he's done for everyone that's ever been on the show.
Other than Blake, what are 2 artists that you think have had an impact on you as a person and as a musician?
So I'm actually wearing their t-shirt, but Blink-182 is a massive influence on me, and I was definitely influenced by Avril Lavigne growing up. She went against the grain and was the skater girl that I always admired, and she is still at it. She's still killing it, so continues to be an inspiration for me.
Your career kicked off 15 years ago. What are 3 ways you've seen the music industry change?
Obviously, now we have TikTok, which I have come to really see as a tool. Before, it was mostly just getting on tour, grinding it out on the road. But since then, maybe you get your start on social media and then you go on tour. I also feel like there's a lot more ways to connect with your fans. Social media and just technology in general has made the music industry a bit easier to navigate, but at the same time, there's a lot more to keep track of.
Looking back, what are 4 pieces of life advice that you'd give your younger self?
Go with your gut. I think there have been a lot of times in my career where I've felt like I'm too young to know what I'm talking about. This person's been in it longer. They must know that I should do X, Y, and Z, when it kind of went against everything my body was telling me that I should do. Go to therapy sooner, especially for artists and creatives. We have so much that we deal with on a daily basis, but I think everybody on the planet would benefit from therapy, especially if you're a musician. Be easy on yourself. I think being perfectionist can really take its toll on me and soak it all up. I was 18 when I got my first major record deal, and I went on tour with Fall Out Boy and went out all over the world on tour with my old band Hey Monday. And I might have just been focusing on the wrong things. Do I look okay? Am I saying the right things instead of just having fun and just enjoying it?
And finally, can you give us 5 words to describe Cassadee Pope in this particular chapter?
Driven, fearless, honest, authentic, and excited.
Who says love was meant to be so innocent?
Cassadee, thank you so much for joining me today. Now, everyone, be sure to stream Almost There anywhere you get music. All right, time's up. See you back here next Thursday.